Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to teach you how to sew this beautiful keyhole top with the bell sleeve. I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful keyhole top or blouse with the bell sleeve. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share my videos to people so that people can also learn how to sew. So now let's get started. So in this video I'm having my 2 yards of fabric, my 2 yards of African print, the Nigerians to see Ankara fabric, and I'm having my scissors, my zipper, and my tailor's chalk. So now we are going to draft the top. So I've already drafted my basic body top. It's up to the waist point. I didn't bother taking it to the hip point because it will be waste of fabric. So for my neckline I came down by 3 inches and I labeled the chest, the bust, and the waistline. So from the armhole point I came down by 1.5 inches. From the chest point I came down by 1.5 inches and I ruled my line. So now that's for the back. So now I'm going to mark the front. The front from the chest line. I went up by 2 inches, and after I joined it with the 1.5 inches, I marked for my armhole point. I went ahead to curve it with my curve. I went ahead to curve it with my curve, as you can see me do. So now I'll go ahead and mark my pattern front and back, and after I'm going to cut it out. So I'm going to cut the back first, as you can see me do. I cut the back first and I'm going to put it on my fabric before I'm going to put it on my fabric and cut it before I cut my front. So now I've put it on my fabric and I'm going to, I didn't add seam allowance to the pattern. So on the fabric I'm adding half an inch allowance to the shoulder pattern and came down to the hem and marked half an inch. In my neckline I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches, as you can see me do, and I marked it. And when you come to the side, I gave 1.5 inches of allowance and I'm going to cut it out. So as you can see me do, I am cutting out my fabric and I gave 1.5 as my zipper allowance. 1.5 as my zipper allowance. So now I'm going to cut the front, as you can see me do. Where I curved, I'm going to cut the front out, and now I'm going to put my front on my fabric and also cut it out and mark my half an inch allowance all over my pattern. So in cutting the front, you're going to fold the fabric into 2 because it's on fold. I'm going to fold the fabric into 2, and here I'm marking 1.5 inches of allowance as my side allowance, and I went ahead to mark my sewing allowance half inch all over. except my neckline, I didn't add allowance to it. So now I'm cutting it out. Guys, it's so easy to do. Even if you don't understand what I'm saying, when you follow the video carefully, you are going to get me. Right. Guys, don't be like you pin your pattern onto your fabric so you don't struggle when cutting. Yes. So now I'm going to mark the wrong side so that it doesn't confuse me. So I went ahead to cut my fabric onto my lining. And pressed it. So I'm going to put my lining on the correct side and sew half an inch at the neckline and also to where the keyhole is. I'm going to sew half an inch. And also when it comes to the back, I'm going to sew half an inch from the zipper allowance to the neckline and downwards. So guys, I am done stitching and I went ahead to press it. I went ahead to turn it to the wrong side and I pressed it. I gave it a nice and good press. So now I'm going to join the shoulder. To give it a perfect and neat finish, you are going to let the correct side face the correct side of the fabric and the lining face the correct side of the lining, and I'm going to stitch down and I'll be back. So guys, I went ahead to stitch and join my side seam by 1.5 inches. So now I'll go ahead and fix my zipper and I'll be back. So guys, I'm having this sleeve pattern down and I'm going to divide it. I'm going to slash through. To give me that kind of bell flare sleeve. So I'm cutting it. You can use any measurement. My intervals is 2 inches interval. You can use 1.5. You can use 1 inch. It depends on you. I use 2 inches intervals and I slash through my sleeve. So I went ahead to put it on my fabric on fold. I cut my fabric on fold. So the intervals is 4 inches intervals. The intervals is 4 inches interval on my fabric. So that's what I did. And I'll go ahead to stitch it, fix my armhole, and I'll be back to show you the finished product. Yes guys, I am done. I fixed my zipper and I fixed my sleeve. Thank you for watching. Bye.